The worst thing we can do is to cater to that. As a mother, I adore my children, but it has been a very powerful lesson that I, in my own alignment, have to teach them, to show them through my aligned example that I love you, I care about you greatly, and you will not control my energy, and I will not cater to this bullying, because that is not going to serve them. So some of us as parents, we get afraid when this happens. We're like, oh my God, how do we control this child? How do we calm them down? And because we go and let that control energy hook us, next thing we know, we are trying to control someone else to stop their trying to control us. Do you see how the domino effect kind of happens? And so it's really important that each of us stay centered in love and in alignment of that compassion and awareness and presence. And love is not controlling. Love does not make people do anything. Love does not say, you do this if you love me. That in its essence is fear. So we really have to wake up to this. Humanity really would be benefited greatly to awaken to that. So that's just an example how it can happen right in your home, right with the ones that you love the most. Can be sometimes the most challenging because they're humans that you deeply care about, you share sacred space with. The most important humans that you could make sure you're standing at your ground and with your boundaries are these ones you share your sacred space with, because it will affect your environment and it will affect your vibration. Any other questions, Amnon?
No, but just said thank you.
Oh, thank you. I hope that really helped. And if you want any deeper insights to things that are more personal, feel free to contact me after the show. We could do an auric clearing or an angel reading, but it's really simple. It's really about an opening. And so I really hope that helps you. And honestly, you don't need a bunch of tools. All of these other things, crystals and sage and incense and statues of Buddha, and all these are beautiful, and I love these images and symbols, but you need nothing but this moment of openness. And that's really important to know, because so many of us have been, in this, there was this movement with the whole New Age thing that was kind of like you needed all these things to be able to connect. It's no different than the religious movement where you need all these preachers or priests to connect. You don't need any of that. All those things can be beautiful. If you love having, your beads and saying prayers, use them. If you love using incense, use that incense. If you love connecting with crystals, that's awesome. But if you feel like that is necessary for you to have a deeper connection with your angels and with Source, it can get you in trouble. Same with people that use like hallucination drugs that, I need this if I'm going to have a soul connection. I need my drug of choice because it helps open my mind. What happens is often these humans will get misalignment issues of addiction where now they use this thing to replace their own innate ability to connect. And that is what we have to be mindful of. It's not the things that are good or bad. They're just things. It's how we set intention to use those things. How are we using them? How are we feeling about them? If I'm too addicted to my money or to my man or to my marijuana or to my crystals or anything, this can become an issue because it's now separating me from my ability to connect. So the ability to connect is in the now. It's in a breath, it's in an openness, and it's in the listening. So I hope that really helps you. Okay, there was a couple things I wanted to say here. Another message in here says, there are many upon your planet who cannot wait at this time. Attempts have been made by those given this process has been going on for a number of years. It is a very difficult task, the process of attempting and awakening. Oh, go ahead.
Hold it, because I think we're getting ready to lose you again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
don't lose me.
It's getting kind of robotic and you're freezing.
Okay. I don't know why it does that. Technology sometimes.
Yeah.
Angels, thank you for assisting and keeping our vibration balanced.
She always comes back.
How about that?
All right, keep going.
Okay. So basically, it's a very difficult task, the process of attempting an awakening within many of your populace. There is a general close down and shutdown of any ability into an opening whatsoever. We see a great separation of your peoples, and only the few who have been able to rise above, rise above. Would our attempts be a lesson in futility? There is never futility, as we have risen above in our thinking processes to not be affected by the inability of others to not respond to light and truth. We have risen above as we know what has been presented by those who have been sent down to mingle among your peoples, to awaken those upon your planet. Do indeed realize what they present is truth of the highest nature. They are saddened only that so many will be in shock at the ending of this cycle when they come to realize what will be occurring as the separation takes place, and the journeys do not all take one in the same direction. So this is kind of a message of awareness that we may not all choose to go in the same direction. You may have family among you when you choose to rise that will not go, and this is part of the saddening where I went through it myself, people I called family for lifetime, and I had to rise and go in a new direction, and there was just hatefulness and darkness, and I could not stay any longer. And that's a choice that every soul has to make, and I have been nothing but rewarded for making that choice. And every time I listen to my angels and guides, I am rewarded and I benefit. So it's not like a doom and gloom story. It's really an opportunity for us all to remember we deserve so much beauty and honor, and that as we choose love, as we choose to go higher in vibration, we will all ascend into higher realms of being. We will all assist in the shift of our planet, and all the structures upon the planet that are out of alignment, their time is coming where it will fall. And I have been given that message many times, and it's not a fearful thing, it's a truth thing. It's think of you have like a structure, you're building a building, and that building is not in alignment and it's unstable. And you get the contractors, they come in and they're looking around, they're like, ooh, this is out of alignment. This structure is not stable. You need to reinforce, you need to do these things or it's going to fall. That is what I represent. That is what any angelic, connected, intuitive healer on this planet represents. That is what the angels represent, is we are here to assist in the alignment. We're not here judging what you've created. We're not judging saying, oh, it's good or bad. It's just, it's not stable. It's not in alignment. So if you want it to be stable, listen to the messages. If you don't care about that and you just want to keep marching ahead and ignore the signs, you will destroy much of the systems that you've created, whether it be your economy, the healthcare, the way that you handle your food, the way you handle the planet itself. There will be a consequence. So it's not a judgment from higher consciousness. It's the higher consciousness flowing in to assist in protecting your planet and what you've created. So I hope that helps with clarity on that. Says we enable all to have access to the truth, and it comes on many levels. It comes from books to movies we have guided ones to produce, sometimes, yet rarely, in your television programming, and in other forms on the written and spoken word. We reach others in your dream state and by examples that come into tangible form into your life experiences. We see, however, that all cannot awaken, and although the attempt will be made until your time in this format comes to an ending, we realize the journeys taken at the end of the cycle will indeed take ones in more than one direction and pathway. So it's just kind of guidance that we are being in a place of great importance to make our choices. It's like Star Wars. Do you choose to be in alignment with the Jedi that are the protectors of the balance? Or do you choose the dark side because you're afraid that if you don't go that way, they're going to turn against you? This happens so much in families. It happens in business. It happens in so many of your structures because there's a bully, a manipulative energy that's very afraid and very out of alignment that controls the majority. And because each of you are too afraid to speak truth to this individual or this entity, you go in that direction from fear, and each will have a consequence. When you turn from that and you choose love and light, even if your form is to be taken in some cases, you will never cease to be. So it's really important to remember you are infinite energy, and your choices you make will continue to bring you the lessons you need until they're learned. So that's really important. Let's see. Do not fall into misguided thought patterns at this late time, but remain firm that we are indeed the hosts of source of light and radiance, and this time of light and radiance is awaiting all graduates just around the corner. So that's kind of what I talk about when I'm working with a client that's going through a great shift, or what they like to refer to as a rebirthing. It's like, they're graduating to a new level. It's that seashell, that nautilus shell. They've been in this chamber and they're pushing to the new chamber. They're evolving into a higher dimensional space, a higher vibration. And this is where all of us are meant to go, is to keep evolving and to keep flowing. And our ultimate goals are of love and honor, to bring balance, to bring protection and love, to where one day all will thrive upon this planet. All will be in great abundance. We are manifesting very quickly. I don't know if any of you are paying attention to that, but what you once used to think about that took a long time to manifest does not take very long. So kind of tune into that and see if that feels right for you. I have been observing that if I'm thinking a negative thought, I quickly will manifest something to come in to teach me, whoa, we don't want to go there anymore. And it's not a punishment, it's just a lesson. Like, ooh, remember what that felt like? Let's choose to go higher. I'm learning that as I focus on the abundance and on my eager excitement for what is to come, the miracles of what my soul's ready to manifest, they manifest very quickly. So abundance comes quickly, love comes quickly, dream home comes quickly. Being on this internet show came quickly. It's all been a vibrational process of my maintaining that vibrational alignment that I'm mirroring to each of you. I'm not superior to any of you. I'm not more gifted or blessed or lucky. No one around you is more gifted, blessed, or lucky. We all are in the same space of opportunity. Some of us are vibrationally focused upon the higher vibrations of abundance and love and the good that we desire, and others are focused upon the vibration of fear and worry and anxiety and the stress and the things that they're scared of happening, and they create them. And so it's really not a selection process of who's worthy or not. It's are you paying attention to your own vibration, your own thoughts, your own creations, or are you not? This is where accountability is 100% what's important. There's no more victimization here, because in order to really be in our power as the God creators we have to know ourselves. We have to be true to ourselves. We have to basically claim our stuff and be accountable. And it will help and serve us to never try to make excuses for why we don't want the awareness. I'm going to pause. Any other things coming in?
Nope.
Okay.
Everybody's just drinking what you're telling.
They're just like, whoa, she is bringing it today. Okay, so this part I want to read. And I don't typically read books on this show, but this book seriously was a gift. And thank you so much to the woman that brought it. And I knew that my angels brought this for me to share, because I was reading this book. I'm like, oh my God, this is like my life. Like, I completely understand this. And I'm writing a book, and I feel like it's also coming to show, write that book, Tanya. It's important. And that humanity is going to get it in all different ways. There's Wayne Dyer's going to reach some. Doreen Virtue will reach some. Louise Hay's going to help assist all those in reaching some. And we each have a voice and a powerful gift, and it's important we share it. So I've been feeling that nudge, like, focus, girl. So anyway, this part is called Abilities and Capabilities. And when I was reading this, it completely made sense and resonated with what I'm assisting with in an angelic auric clearing. And I wanted to read it because some of you that have been on the fence, like, do I need any of this assistance? And what is it really? What's an auric clearing? Can it help me? First of all, absolutely, it can help you in amazing ways that are beyond words and beyond explanation. But the way this explains is so beautiful. I think it might help you to comprehend what light workers like myself are here doing, and to understand the honor of that moment in time for you and how much it will make your life better. Instead of being afraid or in lack, go towards the healers that you feel a vibrational connection with, because they're here to help you. So this part says, there will come a time, and we see this as now, when you will be able to immediately know all that you desire. and will indeed be lifted into the radiance that you desire, and many have worked towards. When the radiance is achieved with the coming of the changeover into a higher density level of awareness, then all those who have long trained in quiet and oft times